ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
Monday was a day set aside to remember those lost to opioid addiction. Good afternoon, I'm Devin Dagnall. State legislatures are coming together to support an update to Maine's existing false reporting regulations. We've got the details. And Penquist is getting money to help survivors of human trafficking with housing. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Happy Tuesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou Jean Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. So we do have a small craft advisory posted until 7 p.m. Wednesday. As we head towards tomorrow, wave heights will get active again with another system that will start to approach. We've been watching snow that's been developing, moving from the north to the south, so we've had a few snow showers today, and we'll have a little bit more later on tonight as well, before we catch a little bit of a break as we head towards late tomorrow morning to the afternoon. But for now, this will not give us a lot of accumulations. You might notice a little bit of it, and that'll be about all. It's this different steering mechanism where we have stuff moving in from the east going toward the west, heading right toward Bangor, and we're going to keep that going at least for most of this week. So moving forward, winds will be out of the north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. I'd say maybe some gusts up to 15 miles per hour, but the winds really get going, especially as we head towards tomorrow, which is why that small craft advisory is posted. So maybe a little bit more snow today, and a little bit more again later on tonight, but we catch a little bit of a break later into the day for your Wednesday. So your forecast for today, mid-30s snow showers on the way, north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. By tonight, upper 20s snow showers on the way again, north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 42 degrees, some morning snow showers, and then mostly cloudy. That north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, watching for a little bit of snow, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Monday was Black Balloon Day. It's a somber day that remembers those lost to opioid addiction. Members of Peer-to-Peer Recovery Center marked the occasion in a unique way. Matthew Juroncic has the story.
Someone brought the day to my attention, and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I just thought, okay, we've got to do something, and I just thought, okay, I'm going to walk from Millinocket to Medway.
Alongside Peer-to-Peer's executive director Ginger Collins, the two commemorated Black Balloon Day with a 9-mile walk carrying black balloons.
Today is Black Balloon Day, and that is to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic and overdose deaths.
Black balloons were strung along downtown Millinocket in the teens' path to remember those whose lives were lost due to the opioid epidemic. According to a recent report from the Attorney General's office, there were a total of 10,110 total overdoses in the state of Maine from January to December 2022. Collins says this walk is a great way to reinforce this ongoing crisis at hand.
I thought it was a super idea. It's out of the box. It's what needs to be done to get recovery out of the box. You got to think out of the box and do things that will attract.
The Black Balloon Day Walk started at the Veterans Memorial Park in Millinocket and ended at the Peer-to-Peer Recovery Center in Medway. Ginger and Alice say the community makes these 9 miles worth every single step.
The response has been great. We've gone in, we've talked to people, we've introduced ourselves, we've given them brochures and our meeting schedules, and so they've been really open to talking to us this morning.
Members of the community honked their horns and waved as the duo endured the tough conditions and pressed on. The wave of support the two received is why Collins says she is thankful for the work she does.
It gives us a great enthusiasm to go back and to continue doing the hard work. But the reward is to see a person go from the throes of addiction to recovery, and there's nothing more beautiful than that, and that sustains us.
In Millinocket, Matthew Juroncic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
A school bus crashed in Bruick, sent 2 people, including a student, to the hospital. Police were called to School Street around 7 this morning, near the Beaver Dam campground area, which officers shut down for a period of time. The collision involved an MSAD 60 school bus and an SUV. Investigators are still trying to figure out what led up to it. The driver of the SUV went to the hospital with minor injuries, as well as the student who said she hit her head on the window while in her seat. The rest of the students were taken to school.
The school district sent
the second bus to pick them up, and they were brought to school after they were checked out by the school nurse.
Are asking witnesses to give them a call. Following last November's swatting incident that impacted 10 Maine schools, state legislatures are coming together with bipartisan support to update Maine's existing false reporting regulations. Our AJ Douglas reports.
I am scared for my friends and for my family because I don't want any more of this.
On November 15th, 2022, numerous schools across Maine received threats of an alleged active shooter. Law enforcement later determined all threats to be a hoax. Now legislators are endorsing LD 405, an act to prevent false reporting leading to evacuation, shutdown, or lockdown.
This is how we can really protect our students and educators and parents from the trauma that everyone experienced that day.
Maine's existing false report of a crime laws define false reports as when an individual knowingly gives false information to law enforcement or first responders concerning an emergency capable of endangering people's safety, knowing such information is false. The new law aims to include false public alarms that enhance 911 evacuations based on swatting calls.
Our current false report law is outdated and actually wouldn't cover the swatting incident. The existing law just didn't fit with the way operations happen these days.
During Monday's public hearing with the Criminal Justice and Public Safety Committee, a member of the American Civil Liberties Union spoke out on behalf of the organization in opposition.
The ACLU appreciates that an evacuation or lockdown in a school or a college dorm can be traumatic and an inefficient use of emergency services. But expanding our criminal code is an ineffective and unnecessary way to prevent or address those harms.
The Criminal Justice and Public Safety Committee will continue to review LD 405 following Monday's public hearing. In Augusta, AJ Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Penquist is being awarded funding to help survivors of human trafficking with access to housing. The grant for more than $615,000 comes from the U.S. Department of Justice. A statement says the grant will enable survivors to obtain stable housing and to have access to resources that support safety, self-sufficiency, autonomy, and well-being. The services will be offered in Penobscot and Piscataquis counties. More than 150 survivors of human trafficking and 200 of their family members were served in the Greater Bangor region in 2021. The legislature's Taxation Committee has approved a measure that would create a sales tax exemption for children's diapers. The bill, sponsored by Kelly Noonan Murphy of Scarborough, was amended to include children's diapers, accessories like pins and covers. 22 states do not have tax on diapers. Maine is currently the only New England state that does. If the bill becomes law, diapers would not be subject to sales tax starting in 2024. It will move to full legislature for consideration in the coming weeks. Coming up on ABC 7 News at Noon, a rescue in Quebec is working to save the lives of dogs in desperate situations. We'll be right back.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
When Dover Audiology wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to Dover Audiology and find out where people from Kittery to Eastport go to get their hearing aids. Knowledgeable, friendly, and reasonable. Dover Audiology is your best place for hearing solutions.
Skudik & Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit SkudikandBloom.com or call 844-SKUDIK.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainhealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainhealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
If you think about it, hash browns are the French fries of breakfast.
Who says it's not French fries that are the hash browns of lunch and dinner?
That's also true.
There's a deal for every friendly discussion at McDonald's. Like now, get sausage McGriddles, hash browns, or a sausage McMuffin. Pick any two for $3.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Hospice care can help people live their final days, weeks, or months to the fullest. Our Peter Dubois spoke with a widower and a hospice caregiver whose real-life experiences shed some light on common misconceptions about end-of-life care.
We literally had just had our 30th anniversary, and it was a couple of days before, and she woke up in the night, and we thought maybe it was appendicitis.
Steve Hansen's wife, Diane, was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2015. The cancer spread multiple times over the next several years, prompting her to make the hard decision to end treatment.
She eventually got tired of being, sick from chemo, sick from medicines.
The Hansens spent the next year traveling and making memories together. But as Diane's health continued to decline, hospice care became part of the conversation.
There was a real negative connotation in her mind of having hospice, but in fact the opposite was true. She didn't want to call hospice because she was under the impression that with hospice, once they came, that was it, you were dying.
Tricia Kluke, a Northern Light home care and hospice social worker, helped correct that misconception.
A lot of people feel like when hospice comes in, that means I'm going to die quicker. And the studies show people that have hospice with the same disease actually live longer because they're living better.
It was more her because she kind of felt, I think, like that she was giving up once we called hospice. But the truth of it was, I think they actually bought us more time. But with hospice, we had an advocate that could actually call a doctor right away and say, I'm here, this is what I'm seeing, this is what the patient's dealing with. And that got handled. It didn't become a days-long process. It became a today or tomorrow process.
Kluke says hospice care is multifaceted, taking into account all aspects of a patient's health.
Hospice is more than just physical care. It's emotional care, it's compassionate care, it's spiritual care, it's looking at you holistically.
She says although dying is incredibly difficult to talk about, it's never too early to have that conversation.
And so hospice isn't about giving up, it's about taking your life back, because now your days are your own to spend doing what you want to do. Going out for a ride, getting ice cream with your grandchildren, going to see a play, going on a vacation.
The one thing I would say to anybody, and I've said to people, is don't wait until you're literally in the worst of it. You can get them in there and it could be easier and for everybody. It got a lot better.
Kluke told us that almost every insurance covers 100% of the cost of hospice care. If you or someone you know is considering starting that conversation, you can find more information and resources at northernlighthealth.org. Mainers that just returned from a work and witness trip to Guatemala say they are still living in the afterglow of all they experienced. A total of 16 volunteers from the Bangor Church of the Nazarene and other churches in the state teamed up to bring school supplies and dental hygiene products to the Nazarene Church in Guatemala. While they were there, the team also helped build the second story and a roof on one of the churches. The volunteers shared their week-long experience while in Central America with those who attended the church service at Bangor Nazarene this Sunday.
It's important for us to share the love of Christ, the love of God, with those that we serve. And the best way to do that is to meet the needs of others.
Chris Kelly says you do not have to be a member of the church to volunteer for one of these trips. A woman in Quebec is saving lives. Jenny Cope operates the Give a Dog a Home Rescue, a nonprofit that strives to do exactly that. As Jody Hersey tells us, it's a one-woman operation that could use some volunteers to ensure more dogs get a second lease on life.
We save dogs from the kill shelters in the south. We also save them from the meat trade. We've saved dogs and cats from Afghanistan, from the war zone before that closed down. And we've saved dogs from, we've just got 12 in from the Bahamas.
Jenny Cope is passionate about dogs. After serving in the British Army, she moved to the States and adopted 2 German Shepherds. Then in 2015, she bought a home in Quebec for herself and her nonprofit Give a Dog a Home Rescue.
The adoptions throughout the United States has plummeted big time. They're back to killing a lot of dogs and cats in the South because people are not adopting.
Cope currently has 18 dogs at her rescue, and she's expecting another dozen or more at the end of the month.
We have a doggy day out program, Let's Go for a Walk it's called, where people can come and basically sign a dog out, and you take it out for a drive, take it for a walk, pajama party, an overnight weekend.
She's not looking to convince people who can't afford a pet to adopt, but rather come by and help socialize the animals.
It's a two-way thing. Humans can give the rescue dogs that love and attention, a bit of training, the socialization to help them. And obviously the dogs can give back with their kisses and the cuddles.
Last year, Cope opened a pet pantry at Give a Dog a Home Rescue to help those in her community, including first responders.
Currently serving police, fire, ambulance can sign up and get free dog and cat food.
The work can often feel overwhelming, but Cope says at the end of the day, it's all worth it.
How do you stop? You know, because they need you. The good feeling and the good that you do outweighs the difficult times.
In Quebec, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, we will look at some troubling news around the country. We'll return in just a moment.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyou.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Take your taste buds on a journey and experience the brand new international menu Tuesday through Thursday only at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub. Every Tuesday, enjoy their delicious French cuisine. On Wednesdays, enjoy their memorable Italian delicacies. And every Thursday, be ready for a fiesta with their Mexican favorites. A full 5-course dinner for just $29.95 per person. And don't forget about their all-you-can-eat seafood Fridays. The Lucerne Inn. Beautiful dining with a delicious view.
Federal authorities are investigating a growing number of air travel incidents. In just the last 2 days, there was a bird strike and an air attack on a flight crew. In that case, a man was aboard a United Airlines flight from Los Angeles to Boston when he allegedly tried to open an emergency exit door while in flight. He also broke into a bathroom to stab a flight attendant with a jagged metal spoon before he was wrestled to the ground by passengers. Also, on Monday, a close call as 2 United jets clipped wings as they pushed back from the gate. And over the weekend, a bird strike on a plane from Cuba to the U.S. caused that plane to make an emergency landing. Authorities are investigating all 3 incidents. An urgent search was underway for a group of Americans kidnapped across the border in Mexico. They were in a minivan with North Carolina plates, apparently traveling for cosmetic surgery in a region controlled by a powerful drug cartel. A $5,000 reward had been offered in the search. Video appears to show a group of heavily armed men taking the victims at gunpoint after the victims crossed into the Mexican state of Matamoros. The 4 Americans who were violently kidnapped in Mexico last week have been found, according to the governor of that region. 2 were found dead, 1 alive but wounded, and the 4th victim unharmed. The Americans have been identified as Latavia McGee, Shade Woodard, Zindell Brown, and Eric Williams. Brown's family says they spoke to him the day before he was kidnapped. The Biden administration is advising Americans not to travel to that part of Mexico due to the risk of crime and kidnapping. They put the region and others on the level 4 do not travel list. Experts say if you are visiting the area, vary your route when driving from point A to point B and stay close to wherever you're visiting. Procrastinating is common among students, but a recent study suggests it may be linked to depression and anxiety. With more, here's ABC's Faith Abube.
Putting off studying and homework assignments may be worsening students' mental health. Procrastination is believed to lead to health problems and unhealthy behaviors, yet it affects students every day. Researchers found that it may even be linked to mental health issues at the end of the school year. More than 2,500 Swedish university students rated their level of procrastination throughout the year. The students who had higher levels of procrastination also later experienced more symptoms of stress, anxiety, depression, physical inactivity, and poor sleep. College is already a stressful time period for students, so finding ways to manage procrastination can help keep students healthy. If you or someone you know needs help with time management or stress, consider talking to a school counselor or a therapist. With this Medical Minute, I'm Faith Abube, ABC News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including up to $840 added back to your Social Security check each year. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check each year. And so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including up to $840 each year added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information. So call 1-877-282-3827. Call today. WellCare. Medicare done well.
Travel down North Main Street in Brewer and you may just see another sign of spring. Jimmy's Ice Cream is open for the season. Employees that we spoke to say they love seeing all their regulars come back. They say what brings them back year after year is more than a large scoop of ice cream cone.
Honestly, I feel like our employees just do a really good job of selling the menu, making everyone feel welcome, and just giving everyone the full Jimmy's experience, you know?
Whether you want a sweet treat like some hard or soft served on a cone, or perhaps clams or chicken fingers, the Jimmy's staff say they can't wait to see you. Now, let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, they are Paramount. Give them a call for a free estimate today. Alrighty, here we go. So we had some gusty winds yesterday and some sharp reports. Look at this. Some spots get up to 60 miles per hour at times, and technically that would be considered severe thunderstorm warning criteria too if that was during a thunderstorm. This was not during a thunderstorm, I will stress. But otherwise, though, we had other gusts get up to 40 to 50 miles per hour as well. So definitely some strong winds taking place yesterday. But for now, we're calming down. Just a small craft advisory that is posted until 7 p.m. Wednesday evening, because more gusty winds will be on the way for us tomorrow, which will help to stir up the ocean yet again. Wave heights are kind of active, not bad right now, at around 1 to 5 feet according to some of the buoys out there. You have to look further out towards sea for things to be just a little bit more on the active side. But moving forward, we do have some snow that's moving through at this point again this morning. We'll keep that going again during the afternoon. So as of this afternoon, we're still watching for a little bit of that snow, but this is what we saw earlier this morning, and we're going to be dealing with that again for a while because of the steering flow right here. We have some development of clouds moving from the east to the west, and it's bringing a little bit of snow with it too, so we'll have more chances as we do move forward. But low pressure located right about in here. We have one right about in here. That's starting to move away now, and we're starting to watch for a little bit more activity off for the west as well. But for now, we're looking pretty decent. It's a swarm front that's off toward our north and west. But moving forward for today, we will have snow moving in from the northeast going toward the south and west. We'll have a few breaks from time to time. Maybe you're lucky and the clouds break up too. With more snow possible overnight and early tomorrow morning. That gets out of here. It tries to get some flurries going, but I think we'll stay dry with a mostly cloudy sky overall. Then we'll have to wait until Thursday night, Thursday morning, I should say, early Thursday morning for a little bit more snow to move in, maybe mixing in with a little bit of rain. Any additional snowfall will not be anything too dramatic, though. Maybe a few localized areas to the north might see up to an inch or two before we're all finished up, but that might even be generous. Other spots, though, not much of anything moving forward, maybe a half inch if you're lucky with any of the snowfall, then a little bit more as we head towards Wednesday morning. So again, moving forward, our average high is 37 degrees, mid-30s on the way for us today, lower 40s Wednesday, upper 30s Thursday, lower 40s again Friday, then kind of remaining in the upper 30s Saturday and Sunday, and also near Monday. Forecast for today, snow showers, highs in the mid-30s, the north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tonight, 28 degrees, snow showers again, north wind getting up to 25 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 40s, here we go, morning snow showers, then mostly cloudy, north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Your Paramount Paving extended forecast, so rain and snow chances again for your Thursday with highs in the upper 30s. We're dry Friday, mostly sunny, highs in the lower 40s, upper 30s again for your Saturday with a mostly cloudy sky.
Thanks, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at Noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Devin Dagnall. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6.
your outdoor adventures in Orono this weekend. The Easter Maine Sportsman Show is back, Friday through Sunday at the University of Maine Fieldhouse. This show is for everyone who loves the great outdoors, even kids like me. Fishing, hunting, or camping, it's all here. See boats, docks, and fishing lures. The displays are really cool. You can shoot a bow and arrow or watch dogs jump in the pool. Find more info online. Come to the Easter Maine Sportsman Show this weekend. Then get outdoors with your family.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.